Morning, viewers. Welcome to MouShauk. Starting up with ICSE Specimen question answers on seed structure and germination, respiration in plants, and five kingdom classification. Three chapters I've discussed. Found some question answers, or rather ICSE Specimen question answers. So that will help you in preparing for your class 9 ICSE final exams. Okay, and even all the exams you can appear for with these specimen questions. You can know how the questions, which type of questions comes in this ICT exams, okay, and your class 9 syllabus also. So let us start with, before I start, I will request you to please to subscribe my channel if you are a new viewer to my channel and if you have not subscribed yet. Okay, and if you are liking the videos, press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And don't forget to meditate before you start your day. And for meditation, we will start with a short meditation. For this, let us concentrate on the point of light. Okay, think that light is following you. You're feeling energetic. You're feeling exciting. You're feeling happy, satisfied, becoming successful in whatever job you are doing. You're feeling that you can complete your work in time. Become happy with interest you are doing so. And so the investigating your something was being between this thank you. Let us start with the question answers. Okay. So first question for the day is state the function of the following, that is micropyle, seed coat, endosperm, and pyrogallic acid. So first is micropyle. Micropyle is a small opening in the seed through which the water is absorbed and helps the seed in germinating. Okay. Then seed coat. Seed coat is the covering of the seed which protects the seed from any physical stress like shock, temperature variations, water damage, etc. Okay, and endosperm. Endosperm is the food that is stored inside the seed. Okay, which supply this food, that stored food to the angiospermic seeds to nourish the embryo. Okay, so that the plant can grow. Then this pyrogallic acid, it absorbs the oxygen. Okay, absorbs the oxygen from the air readily in an alkaline environment. Okay, it absorbs the oxygen which is present in the air readily, but it should be in an alkaline environment. Okay, now complete the following. Epicotyl elongates in what type of germination? It's a hypogeal germination. 2 dash water enters into the seed, micropyle. Dash changes into the shoot system, it's the plumule. Food is stored dash in a seed, it's cotyledon or endosperm. Okay. In some seed, its food is stored in cotyledon, and in some, it is stored in the endosperm. Now choose the correct option. Epigeal germination is seen in the bean, okay, beans plant. Then aleurone layer is present in the maize. Coleoptile is the covering of plumule in Coleorhiza for radicle. Answer in one word. A seed which contains an endosperm is the castor. The covering of the radicle in the maize grain is Coleorhiza. The process of development of the seedling from an embryo is germination. Okay, now if we come to give reason, seeds kept in a very low temperature do not germinate. Why it is so? Because the suitable temperature for germination, it's a warm temperature that is required for the seed to germinate. Okay, Very low or very high temperature is unsuitable for germination. Okay. As the seed are rich in proteins, therefore very low temperature will damage the cytoplasmic membrane, which will not allow the plant to germinate, rather allow the seed to germinate. Okay. So very low temperatures that damages the cytoplasmic membranes. Okay, that's a protein, which the cytoplasmic membrane is the protein. So that will be damaged. Okay, and that will not allow the seed to germinate. Okay, that's why very low temperatures are unsuitable for germination. Now choose the correct ones. The outermost cover of the seed is testa. Functions of cotyledon is to store food. In Rhizophora, germination is viviparous. Okay. Then that is, it forms hyphae. Okay. Then favorable temperature for germination is what? 25 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade. Warm temperature is required, not too high or not too low. Okay. Then maize seed has one cotyledon, the monocot plant. Then by using the word in the proper position, complete the following sentences in case of a maize grain. Okay. The words are scutellum, then embryo, coleorhiza, coleoptile, and cotyledon. So the dash consists of a single dash called dash. The embryo consists of a single cotyledon called scutellum, a radicle, and a plumule. Okay. Scutellum, radicle, and a plumule. Okay, the radicle is enclosed in dash and plumule is enclosed in dash. Radicle is enclosed in coleorhiza, plumule in coleoptile. Okay, next. Explain the germination of the bean seed. Now, the germination of the bean seed is an apical germination. Okay, why? See, epicotyl grows. Okay, sorry, hypocotyl grows, not epicotyl grows. Apical germination because the hypocotyl grows. See from the picture, we can see that the hypocotyl has elongated. That's why it's an apical germination. So what happens? Here the water is absorbed by the seed and the seed swells up. Okay, then the radicle elongates, extending downward into the soil. The radicle starts growing inside the soil. Okay, then the hypocotyl elongates and the plumule reaches the surface of the soil. Okay, then the hypocotyl elongates, starts elongating, and the plumule comes up to the surface of the soil. Okay, then the cotyledon comes out of the soil, and the germination is therefore an apical germination. Okay, so this is about the bean seed germination. Now, name the respiratory substrate. Okay, respiratory substrate is carbohydrate or glucose. An organism which respire anaerobically, it's yeast. The product formed in anaerobic respiration in animals is lactic acid. And the energy currency of the cell is adenosine triphosphate, ATP we call it. Okay. Now choose the correct option from the brackets. Krebs cycle occurs in mitochondria. The end product of glycolysis is pyruvic acid. The gas given out during respiration is carbon dioxide. Now give reasons. Tilling of the soil is useful for the crops. Why? Because while tilling the soil becomes porous and airy. And the underground parts of the plants, such as the roots, they get sufficient amount of oxygen to breathe. And therefore, this helps in the growth of the crops. Okay. Now, that's why tilling of the soil is useful. Now, it is difficult to demonstrate respiration in green plants. What happens? As the green plants contain chlorophyll, and therefore, they, in the, during during the daytime, these chlorophyll help in the photosynthesis of the plants, of the green plants. And for this photosynthesis process, they require carbon dioxide. Okay, but what happens when the green plants respire? That is, they give out carbon dioxide. We know that during respiration, carbon dioxide is given out. So when carbon dioxide is being given out, what happens? They take back this carbon dioxide and use it for photosynthesis. That's why it's very difficult to demonstrate respiration in the green plants, because we cannot identify how much of carbon dioxide has been given out. Okay, we will not be able to know that carbon dioxide is being given out, because as soon as it is given out, it is being used up by the green plants for photosynthesis. Okay. Now, respiration is an important process for living organisms. It's an important process because it produces energy. By burning off the glucose, it produces energy that is required for the functioning of the body. Okay, so this respiration that provides oxygen to the cells and expels the toxic carbon dioxide. So oxygen is taken in, and that oxygen is spread throughout the body of the living organism. And carbon dioxide is expelled from all the cells of the bodies. When the oxygen reaches the living cells, it breaks down the glucose present in the digested food, and it releases energy. So for releasing energy, for this energy only, the respiration process is the most important, because that is required for the functioning of the whole body of the living organism. Now, mention the characteristics of the respiration. The characteristics of respiration is it takes place in the living cells. It's a slow process. It's a biochemical process, as breaking down of organic matter is controlled by the enzymes. That is, glucose is broken down. So that time, the enzymes are taken into action. That is, enzymes act on these glucose to break down the organic matter. That's why it's a biochemical process. Okay, small amount of heat is produced during respiration. Okay, it can be aerobic respiration, or it can be anaerobic respiration. Glucose is broken down in this process in the presence or absence of oxygen. And in this process, respiration process, carbon dioxide is being released. Okay. Now choose the correct option. The correct equation for aerobic respiration is C6H12O6 plus 6CO2 gives us, 6O2 gives us 6CO2 plus 6H2O. This is the correct option. Next is the number of ATP produced during aerobic respiration is 38 ATP. Now, to distinguish between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Glycolysis, it takes place in the cytoplasm. Krebs cycles in the matrix of the mitochondria. Glycolysis occurs in aerobic and anaerobic respiration, whereas Krebs cycle occurs in aerobic respiration only. Okay. The glycolysis is the first step for respiration. Krebs cycle is the third step for respiration. Glycolysis is a linear pathway, whereas Krebs cycle is a cyclic pathway. Glycolysis, 2 molecules of pyruvic acids are formed, whereas Krebs cycle, carbon dioxide and water are formed. Okay. Now, give reasons. Usually, germinated seeds are used instead of green plants in the respiration experiments. Why? Because germinated seeds are used germinated seeds are at a growing stage. Okay. The germinated seeds, they are at a growing stage, and so they perform respiration at a faster rate. And so production of carbon dioxide can be observed at a faster rate. That's why than the green plants. And that's why germinated seeds are being used in the respiration experiments, than the green plants. Okay. And another thing is that green plants, while respiration experiments, they will take back the carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, which is not, we will not be able to identify the respiration process, whether it is complete or not, because carbon dioxide, as soon as it will be released, it will be taken up by the green plants for photosynthesis process. Okay, so this is also another cause. Now, less energy is produced during anaerobic respiration, right? Because in aerobic respiration, see, there is a complete breakdown of the glucose, and carbon dioxide and water is formed. But in anaerobic respiration, There is incomplete breakdown of the glucose, which will result in the formation of lactic acid instead of carbon dioxide and water. Okay. Now, the amount of oxygen which is required to oxidize the lactic acid to carbon dioxide and water is not present. Okay. So oxygen, that amount of oxygen is not present to break down lactic acid to form carbon dioxide and water instead of this lactic acid. Okay. So anaerobic respiration produces only 2 ATP molecules instead of 38 ATP in case of aerobic respiration. Okay. Now, name an animal with a spiny body and completely marine are completely marine. That's the starfish. The largest phylum is Arthropoda. An animal with jointed legs is cockroach. The common name of Rana tigrina is the Indian bullfrog. Then animal with hairy skin, tiger, man. Okay. Then complete the following. Dash introduced the binomial nomenclature. Carolus Linnaeus. Dash belongs to the Coelenterata corals. Then bacteria belongs to Monera kingdom. Nematocysts are present in Coelenterata. Then a plant in which the body is not divided into roots, stems, etc. is a Thallophyta. Next is choose the correct option and complete. Water vascular system is present in starfish. Hollow bones are present in aves, that's birds. Okay? Earthworm excrete through nephridia. Next, explain the terms diploblastic. Diploblastic, it's an animal that develops from blastula with two germ layers. Okay, it has 2 germ layers. It develops from blastula. What are the 2 germ layers? Ectoderm and endoderm. So that's a diploblastic animal. Diploblastic, that is from blastula it develops, and diplo means 2. Okay. Then hermaphrodite, it's an animal that has both male and female reproductive organs. Okay, then bilaterally symmetrical, it is a condition when the right and the left halves of the body are similar when cut along one plane. When cut along one plane, both the sides will be similar, right and the left side. In which class does the bird belong? They belong to aves. Write 2 adaptations of it to fly in the air. One is its 4 limbs are modified into wings and its skeleton is light due to hollow bones. And its body is also streamlined. Okay? Write the scientific term of the following. A group of organisms which can interbreed themselves to produce fertile offspring species. Stinging cells in Hydra are known as stomatocysts. Animals which possess backbones are vertebrates. Animals whose body temperature remain constant is homeothermal animals or homeotherms or warm-blooded animals. Now state the characteristics of the following reptiles. Reptiles are vertebrates having backbones. Their bodies are completely covered with scales with a which are rough and horny. That is, they are covered with rough and horny scales. Okay. They are cold-blooded animals. They have 3-chambered hearts. They breathe through lungs right from the birth. Their eardrum lies at the bottom of a tubular depression. Then we come to phylum Echinodermata, that's the characteristics of this phylum. Okay, they are unsegmented marine animals. They have an exoskeleton and spiny surface. Okay, they move by means of tube feet. They're radially symmetrical, like starfish. Okay, then Annelida, body is cylindrical and divided into ring-like segments. Have a well-developed digestive system with both ends open alimentary canal. Okay, their alimentary canal has both ends open, having a mouth and an anus. They have a true body cavity or coelom. Example is earthworm. Then kingdom Monera. Monera is a unicellular animals of this species. Of this kingdom, the species. They are unicellular, they are prokaryotic, that is, Their nuclear material is not bound with the nuclear membrane and they have no organized nucleus. Their DNA material is scattered inside the cytoplasm. Okay. They do not have any membrane-based organelle like mitochondria, chloroplast, all are scattered inside the cytoplasm. Complete the following by choosing the correct option from the brackets. The canal system is a characteristic of sponges. Then external ears are the features of mammals. Then the only one phyla with no terrestrial form is Echinodermata. They're all marine. Closed circulatory system is found in earthworms. Amphibians of the plant kingdom are mosses. Then write the scientific names of the following: mango, Magnifera indica; frog, Canis lupus familiaris. Sorry, not frog, it's dog. Dog is Canis lupus familiaris. Frog is Rana tigrina. Cat is Felis catus. And potato is Solanum tuberosum. Okay. Then explain the following terms: open circulatory system and warm-blooded animals. So what is open circulatory system? It is a circulatory system where blood is pumped inside into a cavity, which is known as hemocoel. Okay, it's a circulatory system where the blood is pumped into a cavity, which is known as hemocoel, which is where it surrounds the organs. This hemocoel, this body cavity surrounds the organs, and then it returns to the heart through openings that is known as ostia. Okay, they return to the heart through ostia. And the cavity of the body cavity that is known as hemocoel. This system is generally found in arthropods and mollusks. Okay. The warm-blooded animals, these animals which maintain a constant body temperature, that is, their body temperature does not change with the environment, with the surroundings. Okay. Those are warm-blooded animals like birds, mammals. These are all warm-blooded animals. Then explain the major divisions of the kingdom Plantae. 5 major divisions, 5 prime divisions are there: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, and Spermatophyta, which has been divided into angiosperms and gymnosperms. Okay, so 5: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, angiosperm, gymnosperms. Okay, so Thallophyta consists of the species with a simple body design with no stems, roots, and leaves, like algae, fungi, and lichens. Then Bryophyta, it consists of the species of plants whose body is differentiated into fruit stem and leaf-like compositions without any vascular system. Example, hornworts, mosses, liverworts, etc. Then Pteridophyta, it consists of the species of plants whose body is differentiated into roots, stems, and leaves having a vascular system. Example, horsetails, ferns, and lycophytes. Okay, then gymnosperms, it consists of species of flowerless plants generating naked seeds and cones. Example, jingo, sago palm, okay, etc. Then angiosperms consist of flowering species of flowering plants with vascular bundles. Okay, their gymnosperms, they had no vascular bundles. Okay, flowerless rather, they were flowerless. Pteridophyta having a vascular system. Gymnosperms, they were flowerless, naked seeds and cones, but here angiosperms, they are flowering plants with vascular bundles, okay, with phloem and xylem tissues and covered seeds like rose, hemp, orchids, etc. Now, how is water useful for germination? Water provides hydration for the vital activities of the protoplasm. Okay, it provides hydration to the protoplasm so that it can perform its vital activities. Okay, then it provides a dissolved oxygen for the growing embryo. It which is dissolved in the water that is provided to the growing embryo, softens the seed coat, increases the seed permeability so that the hydrolytic enzymes which are present, they will become active and will break down the reserve food material so as to make it available for the growth of the embryo, and will supply to the embryo for its growth, and it will germinate. Okay, the seed will germinate. Why at higher altitudes people feel breathlessness? Because at higher altitudes, what happens? As one goes up, the atmospheric pressure decreases. Okay, and oxygen content in the atmosphere, that also decreases. So due to this, enough oxygen is not pumped into the lungs at the higher altitudes, and so they become breathless. They're breathless. Okay, they mention the phylum or the class of the following jellyfish. It's phylum Nidaria. Then house lizard, phylum Chordata, class is Reptilia. Crab, its phylum is Arthropoda. Shark, is phylum is Chordata. And fern, its phylum is Pteridophyta. So this is the end of the question answer section, or the rather ICSE Specimen question answer section of this 3 chapters. Next chapter, we will discuss one more thing, physics. Some questions, specimen questions are left. I will discuss within 1 or 2 days. Okay. So till then, please go through this. If you have any doubt, please write in the comment box, or you can write in my email ID, that is kasturi74@gmail.com. And if you are liking the videos, press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, okay, so that you can get the notification as soon as a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to meditate before you start your day, and also maintain a chart, because the exams are coming here, and many of you have started your exams also. So for preparation, please to make a chart in the morning and then see how much you have completed at the end of the day. That will help you to track your studies. Okay? So thank you for joining, and have a good day.